Hey, yo, what up? Welcome back. This is not a podcast. It's just my thoughts with Rob Markman. There's been a lot going on with Young Thug this week. The audio calls just keep rolling out. I thought the clips had the best rollout of the year, but these Young Thug, these audio calls, these jail calls, this rollout is insane. I mean, it's not even a new one every day. It's like 2 to 3 every day. There was the audio of him commenting on Glorilla's look, saying that she didn't look good. To Thug's credit, he apologized for that. You know what I'm saying? And I commend him for that, for taking responsibility for that. He was talking about Kendrick, saying Kendrick didn't put nobody on when he was trying to get a feature for Kendrick for Business is Business. We did a video on that and my thoughts on that. He had disparaging things to say about J. Cole, even though Cole did do features with Thug, the London in particular, and took Thug on tour. He said that Andre 3000 didn't put nobody on. And another call, this call's about Future. There's a lot. And originally I said, listen, man, none of this makes it right. And it's all kind of a real mess. At the time when he was talking, though, he was locked up. He was going through a RICO. It's one of the strangest cases we have ever seen, one of the longest cases we ever seen. He must have thought that these calls would never make the light of day, even though they tell you that these jail calls are being recorded. He was talking very comfortably. And again, none of it makes it right. This is not to shoot him bail or to defend what he says. But, think about when you're on the phone with your girl or your man or your closest homies. Like, we all kind of say things that when you don't think the rest of the world is going to hear, you might word it a different way if the rest of the world would hear it. But the calls are messy. And Thug, maybe he's interested in cleaning it up. Maybe he's not. He's doing a interview with Bank coming up. They already shot it. I think that's dropping tomorrow. That's dropping Monday, and then he's supposed to be on Aiden Ross. So maybe we'll get more from that. And there was also a diss song that leaked online called Closing Arguments, where he dissed Gunna and Yak Gotti and Woody and Slug, a couple of others. I think maybe I'll do a video on that this weekend too, since it's music related. But today, new audio leaked, and we're going to talk about it. This one with Thug talking about Metro Boomin's issue with Drake, and he's giving us insight with this call and this audio into what sparked the rap beef, which manifested on We Don't Trust You. Now, the big battle of 2024, I think Drake versus Kendrick was inevitable, and that was going to happen anyway. But and especially in the beginning, Metro and Future and We Don't Trust You, that was a big catalyst for what was going on. So you hear Thug talk about this and his kind of role in between Drake and Metro, and it gives some insight to what went on here and how all this started. So it does answer a lot of questions for us. I need y'all to like, subscribe, comment, run it up, man. It's been a very busy week, man, and I appreciate all the support. So let's run it up. As the story goes, I'm gonna get into the audio, but as the story goes, the short version of the story, and I had heard this story last year, is that it dates back to Metro's 2022 song Trance, which it was from the Heroes and Villains album. It featured Young Thug and it featured Travis Scott on it. And Drake wanted to get on the song and then also wanted to have the song for himself on his own album. Metro didn't like what Drake had did to the song, like it didn't move him, and he was just in love with the song as it was with Thug and Travis Scott, and absolutely just wanted it for his own album. Metro did, and didn't want to give it up, and he told Drake no. Around the same time this is going on, Metro's mother was tragically murdered by her husband, and then her husband committed suicide. It was a tragedy, man. So mind you, Metro is grieving around this time too, and you'll hear that insight in these calls. Just to give you some time frame, Thug was arrested in May 2022. Metro's mom was murdered on June 3rd, 2022. Drake's Honestly Nevermind album came out on June 17th, 2022. And I'm assuming that Drake, when they say Drake wanted the song for his album, it was for the Honestly Nevermind album. So Honestly Nevermind came out June 17th. Metro's mom's funeral was on June 18th. So this call takes place. Oh, and Metro's Heroes and Villains came out December. Trance came out December 2022, and the Drake version was leaked online in January 2023. So that's the context. We're going to get into this Thug audio. He's talking to his manager, Gio. I mean, this is taking place between when Metro mom had passed away and the funeral and the release of Drake's Honestly Nevermind. So that maybe 2-week period between June 3rd and June 18th, 2022. So let's see if we get into it. And he's talking to his manager, Gio.
Yo, so I don't know how to play this, but, so Drake called me last night, and was some songs that I guess you and Travis had done.
Yeah.
And he had like added to it, and like Metro produced it.
Yeah.
And he had done it for his album, and his album is coming out Friday, right?
Metro album, right?
Nah, so Drake had done some stuff on it, and Drake was gonna put it on Drake's album. And Drake's album comes out Friday.
Yeah.
And I guess like Drake had turned his album in and then tried to get it cleared, and Metro was like, nah, like I don't like what you did with it, and then saying he wasn't in the right headspace. And Drake like called me last night, like trying to be, like he's like, man, I wanted to put Thug on the album. I wanted to, like show how much I support, you know what I mean? Because the album's gonna be big or whatever. And he was kind of calling me, asking me like, is there any way or anything I could think of how to help him?
So y'all caught that, right? So the song they're talking about is Trance, and Drake had a version of it, try to get on it. And you know what? Let's do this. Let's let Metro tell it. Hold on real quick. So Metro spoke to DJ Drama. I'm just gonna get into this article. It was on Hip Hop DX reported on it, but he spoke to DJ Drama because remember the Trance song, the song that they're talking about, came out. This call is happening in June. The song finally came out in December when the public became aware of it, and then a leaked version with Drake came out January 2023. So when the leaked version with Drake came out, everybody was like, "Damn, why didn't Metro put this version on his album? Like it's a Drake feature." And so DJ Drama on his Streets is Watching Radio had asked Metro about that. And let's just get into Metro's quote. He says, "Really, it was a song I had did." Oh, who's calling me? Oh my God. All right. Put it on Do Not Disturb. Sorry about that. So, Drama asked him what's up with the song. And so Metro says, "Really, it was a song I had did with Travis and Thug originally for my album. I was in the studio with Drake one time because we were going to do some stuff for my album. He just wanted to hear some songs from my album. And then he heard that one. He really wanted to get on it, but I wasn't letting him know. But I was letting him know that it was really just done for real. I was really just set on how it was. I was like, bro, I ain't trying to sell you no dream. I'm locked in where it was." Yeah, hit me and was just like, "Let me see if there's anything you could add to it." And he was like, "If you don't like it, then whatever." So, Metro clearly said no, according to Metro, and Drake was like, "Well, let me just add to it, and if you still don't like it, then whatever." So Metro says he did some stuff. A couple of parts was cool, but I felt like just even with like Slime verse and Travis verse and the outro, it wasn't no room. It wasn't nothing personal. I just ended up using the original, and I guess the other one just leaked or something. I also had heard that Drake changed. I got to go back and listen to the leaked version of Trance, but I also heard that there was some beat changes as well on at least one of the versions. And if it wasn't on the leaked version, there was another version that had some beat changes, because honestly, Nevermind, remember, it was a dance album, so it had a whole different vibe to it. That's what I was told. I'm not 100% sure on that, and none of that is confirmed here. But he says, then Drama asked him, "Do you think anyone's ever in the history of music told Drake no? Like, nah, the song is done as good as is." And Metro kind of laughed. He said, "Man, there had to be somebody else. Don't make me the first one to do it." So, Metro had talked about this. I obviously did not talk about the part about his mom or nothing like that. That didn't come into play. But okay, what we're hearing Thug and his manager talk about on this call is matched up, minus the part about Metro's mom passing away, is matched up by what we're hearing on this call. All right, let's continue.
Situation, because it would be a big look for you to be on that album, especially after like the Summer Jam. Like, we got 35,000 signatures on the petition. Like, things are going in a good direction. You know what I mean? But
And what the petition is for?
This is so and they're selling it. So Drake or somebody from Drake's team is hitting Gio is hitting Thug's manager like, "Yo, this would be a good look for Thug." They have this petition, this protect Black art petition, and the whole thing about them using Thug's lyrics in court and stuff like that, and everything that Thug was facing. So it was like, you know, there was this groundswell of support. And then when Drake drops an album, it's an event. So it's like, yo, we got this going on. Then I'm gonna drop my album. You're gonna be on it. So it was kind of like, yo, we're doing this to help Thug out. But listen to the rest of the call. It's interesting.
The petition is like to protect black
art.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we got like 35,000 people signing that already.
What they trying to get
like,
to?
Say it again?
What number they trying to get to?
There's no particular number. It's just like to keep raising awareness, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, if we get to 50,000, that's pretty solid, you know?
Yeah. What you think? What you?
I'm just asking your opinion, like, you know, obviously it's a sensitive time for Metro, so it's like kind of a weird thing to like call him about.
Nigga definitely ain't finna call him about that. Like, nigga definitely ain't finna call that nigga about that.
Yeah, I wonder if Drake had called him or not. No, Drake talked to him. I don't think he called him. I think he texted him and then he sent him a voice note.
Right, because I wonder what Metro said on the phone.
No, they didn't speak of it.
Or I wonder how he set it up with text, like vibe-wise.
But I'm saying, like, how I don't understand how anybody could approach him about music right now. So that's why I'm just saying, like, it ain't nothing I could even think to say. Even if I be like, bro, you know, this really just about supporting me, bro, and just, you know, trying to get us out and just get us back with y'all and just woo woo. But it's like, your mama dead, so it's like, she ain't never coming back. Like, nigga, F Thug trying to get out of jail. Like, nigga, what?
So that's what this call is about. So clearly, you know, as the story goes and as we piece it together, at this point, Drake had already asked Metro, and Metro said no, and Metro wasn't clearing the record, and so it's like, okay, we'll call Thug while Thug is in jail and see if Thug could convince Metro to do it, or if he could pull any strings with Metro. And as you hear Thug, he was like, not like hell, like, you know, his mom just died. Like, no.
He ain't even in the right headspace, nigga. Nigga trying to hurt themselves. You think a nigga what? You think a nigga finna tell Drake, man, I don't like that. No, I ain't clean it. You think a nigga finna tell Drake that? He told Drake that he meant it.
Right.
If you tell Drake this, you meant it. And Drake's so stupid, he probably just sent the stupidest condolences, like, yeah, bro, sorry for moms, and you know I'm here for you, bro, whatever you need. Just like something stupid. Instead of giving a nigga some wisdom or something real, you probably just said some crazy stuff on the phone, which is, you still genuine, you know what I'm saying? But you probably said something like that, and then you come right back 2-3 weeks later, like, yo, let me get this song.
So that part is Thug, unless Metro told Thug something. That part is Thug speculating on the type of condolence that Drake gave. You know, in this time, you know, I had partners. Thankfully, my parents are still here. I had partners who lost their parents. I mean, you try to be there for them. You try to say the most comforting things, and I don't know if it'll ever be enough. So I don't know to what degree he sent condolences to Metro when Metro was grieving, but it's like that's part of it. And then the other part of it is clearly Metro was dead set on keeping his song the way that it was, and one trying to conduct no business during that period when he's grieving and thinking about how to bury his mom.
Right.
Instead of, you know, like doing the whole real procedure, calling the nigga every single day, calling the nigga every day, just figuring it out, getting with a nigga, like, hey, where you at? I'm gonna get on the plane and come chill with you, bro. Like, you using the fact that you Drake as a weapon now, and the nigga just not feeling that right now, you know?
Right. Yeah.
Like,
you using that shit Drake as a weapon is an interesting concept to hear from especially from other artists' perspective. But small tidbit, but an interesting concept.
You supposed to get on your big old plane and went to where a nigga was when a nigga mama died, because you really mess with a nigga. So you supposed to get on your plane and went to where a nigga was. Where you at, bro? You in Atlanta? All right. I'll be there tonight. Like, nigga, I'm coming to chill with you a week straight, whatever. Because if I was out of jail, I would definitely be with Metro Boomin probably right now. or I call it right now just be leaving them. You know what I'm saying? Like, because it ain't even buy music right now. It's just like so much. But I understand Drake's perspective too. Like, nigga, it's like, nigga, life goes on. We gotta keep moving. You know, I respect that, and that's true.
And y'all know me. Y'all watch me a lot. I definitely, I'm empathetic. So I definitely like. There's two sides to every story. There's three sides to every story. Like yours, mine's, and the truth, right? But and I always try to put myself in other people's shoes, and so even Thug putting himself in Drake's shoes, saying, "Yo, well, you know, life goes on, whoop de whoop." I mean, you guys still think of the time frame. This feels like weeks. This feels like weeks within his mother passing, man. You know, yes, eventually, like death is a part of life, is an unfortunate part of life, but you know, this was a murder. This was sudden. This was tragic. This was hurtful. In a matter of weeks, yes, we have to carry on. Life does go on. Not in a matter of weeks. There's a grieving there's a whole process that you go through for anybody who's ever experienced that. Um, so life goes on as a concept. I get it. Not at a time like this, and not for clearing no song. You know what I'm saying? Not for clearing no song. Like there'll be other songs, not for clearing those songs, and not at a time like this. Life don't go on right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like right there in that moment, it'd be like, nah, I ain't trying to hear that shit.
That's the honest truth, because it's like, okay, what you gonna do? Your mom passed away. It ain't nothing you could do. So like, what you gonna do now? You just gonna say, just F everything in the world and just never return, you know? Or you gonna just be like, you know what? I'm gonna keep going for my mom, you know? But that ain't nothing that. Don't even. Nigga, you call a nigga in jail fighting for his life tonight.
And shout out to Metro, because I think Metro has done a beautiful job at picking up the pieces, you know, at least from my vantage point. But again, we're talking about this is all within weeks of his mom passing. So that perspective, I get it, but that perspective is like not right now. And then now you about to hear Thug get into his own situation. Like, listen, man, this man's dealing with his mom passing, and I'm fighting for my life. And you calling me, asking me to help you with this, and I'm fighting for my life. I have bigger things going on too. I don't have a death going on, but you know, I got this Rico case. My life is on the line. My freedom.
That's the what you can, man. What you mean? That's the man. You need to get in touch with the president, Drake. That's what you need to do. I'm dealing with a serious situation, but I don't give no fuck about no album. Like,
get in touch with the president is crazy though.
Like, it's a cool look. What to do? Nigga, I'm fighting for my life. You think I give a fuck about an album, nigga? Nigga, sign a partition. Nigga, put the partition up on your page. That's what you do. Like, you talking about a goddamn album. It's not a great look for an album. Man, fuck an album, nigga. I don't give a damn about no album. Say some motherfucking real sentences. Nigga, mama died. You talking about a fucking album. This nigga mama died. I'm dealing with real life shit. Travis done got goddamn 11 murders on his hand. Nigga, you know, get your mustache back. Goddamn. You know what I'm saying?
I think he's talking about when he says Travis has 11 murders on his hands. I believe I should have looked it up before I got on, but the Astroworld situation and how, you know, the tragedy there and what Travis was facing in the aftermath of that. So it's like, yo, and Travis is on the song, Thug is on the song in this Metro song. He's like, yo, his mom died. I'm facing this Rigo. My freedom is on the line, and you know, Travis is facing this tragedy, and this thing is going on. This tragedy with his fans, and there was real people hurt. So, you know, Thug, the perspective of Thug here is like, yo, it's bigger shit going on in the world than clearing the record. And if it's being positioned to Thug as, yo, this is gonna be a good look for you to be on my album, Thug is just like, I don't even really care about that right now, man. It's just bigger things. It's not even one, the humane part of it, of pressing somebody when they're grieving, but two, like I don't even care that much. Like, so what? Like, I still got to fight this case.
I get it though. Like, if it was up to me, I'd be like, yeah, bro, go ahead and do it. But Metro ain't me. Metro ain't no person who just like Metro, like fucked up. This nigga mama dead, nigga. Like, what are you talking about? We ain't even talking about no music. Beat it. Like, nigga, my mama dead. Never coming back. You over here goddamn playing beats and man, you don't get your just being real, like, You know, we got songs that we can give him. I don't care about that. We can give a nigga a song. They don't care about that. Like, give him nasty nigga.
So Thug is saying basically, right? If it's about me and it's about being a good look for Thug, then I got songs in the stash in the vault that you can have and then build out and put on your album. So it's all interesting. I'm gonna stop it right here. I'm gonna stop it right here. I mean, it's long. It was about a 20-minute call, but that's the gist of it. So yeah, this was just some insight on, again, right? Like, when we're looking about, damn, what happened? How did it get here? Because what happened in 2024, that whole battle again between Kendrick and Drake really changed hip hop, really affected hip hop. Like, it's just a fact. But there were also other factors involved, right? And you know, there's the concept of the 20v1, like, oh my God, the whole industry is ganging up on me, and Drake as a victim. Like, damn, man, all these people like ganging up on me. And the Thug call is interesting because at least from Thug's perspective, you get some type of answer and some insight into, well, why is this happening? Again, we got to hear from Metro. Like, oh, we don't have to. Metro, again, this is so sensitive. Metro may never address it in the same way. And I said the same thing. Drake may never want to address it, and that's they right. But this gives us an insight of like Metro didn't just wake up and link up with Future and say, we don't trust you. Hey, we're gonna start throwing this. We're gonna start, you know, throwing this shade at you. We're gonna start coming at you. You know, it wasn't just hate. It wasn't like these guys just woke up and just was like, yo, we're gonna start hating. Like, there's obviously there was real relationships here, probably real expectations as friends, or at least as industry friends, because we all got them, man. We you know, you got friends that you grew up with, you got friends at school, you got friends at work, right? You got friends, and they're all kind of different, but and with different expectations. Music industry ain't no different, man. Like, I got friends that I came up with that I love dearly that ain't got nothing to do with the music industry. And then I got friends that I made in the music industry who I've grown to love, and we've grown to have like real relationships. And then there's people in the music industry, yeah, we're friends too, but it's more just like business friends. Like, hey man, just call me when you need something. Hey, favor for a favor type shit. Like, you know, that's just what it is. But you know, there's expectations in that, and this seems to be like a situation like that. Like you know, Drake wanted a industry favor, like a business favor. It was a business move that he was trying to make, and Metro was going through some personal shit, and he wasn't trying to hear it. And Thug was going through some personal shit, and didn't understand it. So again, from Thug's perspective, it's interesting because it gives us insight. It gives us some answers. And like I said, Joe Budden had talked about it. Also, I had heard this story about a year ago from a whole different source that almost completely matches up with this. I didn't want to speak on it because it involves somebody's moms. And I was like, well, you know, that ain't my business to tell. That ain't my story to tell. But, you know, this Thug audio comes out, and Thug was close to it. He was on the song. He was reached out to maybe try to bridge the gap between Metro and Drake, and you know, they reached out to him so he could maybe help clear the song. So Thug has a legit perspective. But you know, we'll see if this goes further. But this was just interesting. This just answers the question for anybody who's wondering, damn, well, what the fuck? What the hell happened between Metro and Drake? Here's some insight for you. All right. Now, come on. It's just crazy. It's nasty, man. It's definitely, you know, it sucks. But hey, those are just my thoughts on it, man. Hit me in the comments, like, subscribe, do all of that. Until the next time. All right. Peace.